It's time for another Curious Question.
Hey, it's like a game show. So we asked you guys to write into us for your questions to be answered, and we have a real good one for you today. All about male pleasure, guys. Wow!
So, I'm a teenager and the only experiences I've had were in short-lived friends with benefits situations. I look back on it and feel guilty because I realised I was taking more than giving. Feeling too awkward to try stuff on him that I'd never done before.
Very honest.
It got me thinking, how do you actually turn a guy on physically?
Such a good question.
I know that with mental turn-ons like dirty talk, you can usually ask them to find out because most guys watch porn / already know. But when a guy doesn't really know how he likes being touched, what are some general things to try to avoid just rubbing his body in all areas to find out? Feel like it's easier to know with girls because inner thighs, ass and boobs are more obvious. Thank you.
So we're not taught about male pleasure, and a lot of us are taught that the male ejaculation is like the pleasure and that's the thing you need to aim for.
Yeah, you only really get taught about the cock.
Yeah.
Like, do this, like this, and then this will happen.
Especially areas of the body. So a lot of men, even though it's good to ask, and finding out from people is like the best way to turn them on, because they are the ones that are going to know their body better than anyone.
Yeah. But then also, if you remember when you were a teenager, you didn't even know like what you liked, do you? And you find it out through what other people do to you.
You're very young, especially if you're in uni, so you're still like at that, you don't feel young, of course. I don't feel young when I was at uni, but you still don't know an awful lot, and you still haven't fucked enough people and been through relationships and understood what other people's bodies and what your own body's like. Because even like my body back then is completely different to how it is now.
The male body and the female body aren't that different when it comes to these turn-ons either.
Yeah.
So things that you like, they might like as well, but everyone likes different things, so it is going to be a little bit of trial and error. But we can tell you some of the things that we have found guys really like.
Definitely, it's all about like kissing the neck and feeling their body. A lot of like, you know, hands wandering. I know foreplay it tends to be more of a girly thing,
like
but it's
a
not.
firm grip, I think, works with guys. How muscly are you?
It's like your arms, your thighs. It depends on how comfortable they are with their body as well.
Definitely. I would say kissing, licking and sucking their fingers is a massive turn on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I know it can make guys come, push them over the edge if they're having sex with you whilst they're sucking your fingers.
Yeah. They even love watching you sucking your own fingers.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, fucking love that shit. General stuff like chest, stomach, groin area, tops of thighs is really good. Nipples can be a bit of a tricky one because there's a lot of guys that don't like their nipples being played with, even if they are sensitive or even if they do enjoy it. Yeah. There's still a bit of male stigma around that, so if you're going to play with nipples, ask them if they like it. Play with their nipples and say, do you like that? Does that turn you on? Make it cool and okay for them.
And it might change like day to day as well. Like they might like it one day, they might not like it the next day.
Just like our nipples.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of guys don't know how to express what turns them on, so it is really helpful to just start a conversation, a really chill, cool, comfortable conversation where it gives them like the acceptance and the allowance just to say what they like.
If you're nibbling on your partner's ear, you could ask them if they like it at the same time.
Yes.
So like whisper into their ear. Do you like it like that?
I know so many guys that love being whispered in the ear. Yeah. I mean, dirty talk, like you say, is stereotypically something that turns on guys, but that's often or not just because they've seen it in porn. Yeah. I know plenty guys that don't like it and feel kind of awkward about it. So it's just totally up to the bloke. It totally depends on what interests them. I think that what turns a lot of guys on is you enjoying yourself and being like quite open about it and whispering in their ear, moaning and groaning, not necessarily in a porn way, but just enjoying yourself. It can be like really animalistic and guttural.
And you can just like rub their thighs, like don't you don't have to undress them before this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Like, rub your hand over their groin area.
I mean, of course, it's easy to say go for the dick because that's where we're trained to go.
Yeah.
It's the same for us girls. Go for the pussy, go for the tits. But if you're talking about other areas in their body to really warm them up to get into the foreplay, the back is also such a great one. Like feeling their back, scratching their back. A lot of guys like that, but depends on how hard they like it. I mean, it doesn't just have to be physical. Sexting and say that you're thinking about them. And
sexting is a really, really good way to learn what people like.
Yes, when you're first seeing someone, you're like, so how do you like it?
Yeah, because the way that they make the sex go is going to be things that they would enjoy in the bedroom.
Yeah, I love sexting before having sex. Well, I mean, it kind of decides for me that if I want to have sex with them.
Yeah.
So if they're into the same stuff that I'm into, or at least open to trying stuff, then yeah, I'm so down for that.
So sexting, great for learning. Think about your own body, what you really like. Explore your own body to find out what you really like. And then use the same things on them.
Yes.
And communicate during the process so you can know whether they liked it or not.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd have sex with a new person without communicating.
Yeah.
It's almost like no point. And sometimes you can have sex without communicating and it's great. But if you want to know more, if you want to get more out of the situation, be like, do you like that? Does that turn you on? Obviously not too much, but...
And if you are worried about not giving enough back, then most guys do like blowjobs.
Yeah, I mean most guys like blowjobs.
I think most guys do.
Or asking what they want to do, because there's a lot of guys that are like, oh no, I just want to pleasure you. And if you are worried about past experience where you've either been too selfish or you could have done more or done less, there's no harm in dropping them a message and apologising. There's no harm in doing that. They might ever want to speak to you. Don't ever expect a reply, but there's no harm in being like, I'm so sorry if I was a selfish lover, or I'm so sorry if I did that. You know, I've learned, I've grown up from it. It's taught me better ways.
And I think sometimes if you think you're a selfish lover, like, you might not actually have been.
Yeah,
like,
that's very true.
You might have been having sex that way because that's how they really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Unless they said, like, do you mind sorting me out? Where have you gone?
Like, where is this for me? I mean, if he had a hard on and you were fucking, then you were turning him on, you were doing something right. I got the image in my head that she was just going over, getting eaten out, and then like leaving. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe. You're like, see ya, I've had my fill. If you found this video helpful, leave us a comment below, give us a like, and remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. Also, if you want to ask a question, please DM us on Instagram and write curious questions right at the beginning so we know what you're on about. And then we can answer your shit. Yes! Woo! See you next week. See ya.
Bye. Bye.